make out of this cotton cloth? Maybe a dress or a bag or maybe even curtains. So these are the different forms in which a cotton cloth can be used. Similarly, rag is also a raw material just like the cloth, and you can express it in different forms. Which are these forms? Let's know about them in today's episode of the Basic Theory of Indian Music with me, Anuja Kamal. As we've seen in the previous episodes, the concept of rag is common to both Hindustani and Carnatic music. There are different forms of presenting the rag in both Hindustani and Carnatic. Let's first have a look at the forms of presenting a rag, specifically in Hindustani music. When it comes to Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet, there are two major forms of presenting a rag. They are Dhrupad and Khyaal. The form of Dhrupad when compared to Khyaal is relatively an older form, and Khyaal is a newer form which is more popular among the Hindustani classical scenario today. You might have definitely heard about Thumri, Tappa, Bhajan and Ghazals. What are they? They too are forms of Hindustani music, but you cannot really call them classical forms. They come under the category of what we call as semi-classical forms of Hindustani music. Now, why are they called as semi-classical? This is because according to the definition of classical, the forms have to stick to the rules of the rag while they are presenting the rag. But when it comes to these semi-classical forms, they do present a rag, but they do not stick to the absolute rules of the rag. That means while performing one rag, they can break the rules and venture into another rag and come back. So they are not very bound to stick to the rules of one rag. So these were the names of the forms of Hindustani music. Now going to Carnatic music. When it comes to Carnatic music, the most popular form of presenting a rag is called as Kriti. Then there are other forms also like Varnam, Tilana, Padam and Javali. But the most popular, just like in Hindustani it's Khyaal, the most popular in Carnatic is Kriti. If you compare Hindustani and Carnatic forms, you will realize that when it comes to a Carnatic music concert, which is also called as a kacheri, the performer first begins with Varnam, which is like a vocal warm-up, and then goes on to Kritis, and then in the end he performs Padams and Javalis. It's almost like everything is performed in one concert. But when it comes to Hindustani concert, you will realize that the concert is either dedicated to the form of Dhrupad or to the form of Khyaal. The performer doesn't really perform Khyaal and Dhrupad at the same time because both are very elaborate forms of presenting a rag, and they need a different voice culture, a different throw of voice, and also somewhere the instruments used differ. Like for example in Khyaal, you will see that the rhythmic instrument is the tabla, while mainly for a Dhrupad concert it is the pakhavaj. If you happen to be in a Khyaal concert, you will observe that the performer, after performing the Khyaal, he moves on to sing a semi-classical piece, which could be either Thumri or Tappa or Ghazal or Bhajan, whatever suits him. These semi-classical forms could also be performed in themselves, like you can have separate concerts for Thumris or separate concerts of Ghazals. But if a classical performer has to perform it, he will generally take it as a side piece to the Khyaal. This was a short episode on just acquainting you to the names of the forms, an overview of the forms which are presented in Hindustani and Carnatic music. We will also study about these forms in details, one form at a time for one episode in my coming episodes. So do stay tuned to the series. If you've not subscribed, then do subscribe to my channel. After subscribing, there's this bell icon near the subscription box. Click on it for further notifications with regard to my videos. If you've liked this little effort of mine, do give a thumbs up to my videos, do watch my other videos, do share the videos with your music lover friends, and do comment below the video. I wish to see you all in my coming episodes. Till then, take care and peace be with you.